Yeah, hello. Yeah, another day, Friday. Yeah, we are almost coming to the end of the week. Yeah, we have a laptop here, HP. Yeah, yeah. See, we are having the white light on the charging port. Yeah, this laptop is coming from other computer shop. They are telling me that they are trying to switch on the laptop. It's only having a It's only making an attempt to switch on, but it's not switching on completely. I don't know whether you can see this light here. It's blinking. And so let's try to see what is the issue with this laptop here. So we'll grab the motherboard first so that we can have some. Let's take this aside. Yeah, so we are having our motherboard with us, and I don't know how is it looking. Oh, I don't like what I'm seeing here. I don't know whether you can see that. This looks, this is water damage actually. And as you can see where the water damage is, this is not a very good picture on the processor, on the PCH chip. And that is pretty much like playing with the brain of a human being. It should be a very sensitive area. Yeah, let's get out this heatsink first so that we can take some measurements on the motherboard. Yeah, I'm guessing the water could have passed through the keyboard. So most probably, even after this laptop has worked or after the motherboard is on, we most probably gonna have a failed keyboard, I'm suspecting. Yeah, remember this part is the upper part where the keyboard, when you're using the laptop, this part is up. And if you happen to spill a drink on your keyboard, the liquid will directly come to this area here. So let's go under the microscope. Let's try to see together what I'm talking about here. Yeah, you can see the rust. And I think the client, after the motherboard got water or after the water spillage, the client never took the laptop to a technician immediately. You can see also the metal part is rusted. It's coated in rust. And this is the processor area and also the graphics area, altogether known as PCH. You can see those three capacitors there. They don't look very nice. I'm also having some on the other end. But let me check this one first. Okay, what do you think? Are these areas shorted or what? I don't know. I'm just trying to use a tweezer to try to see the extent of damage on this motherboard here. Oh, yeah, I don't know why customers keep procrastinating. I keep saying this. I've talked about this before. When your laptop suffered water damage or liquid damage, please don't store it or don't place it somewhere else and forget about it and then say, I'll take this laptop to a technician another day because today I'm busy. The extent of damage could have been lesser if you took the laptop for checkup immediately than it is right now. Now that we can see that the laptop rested for some time before it was brought here. Yeah, so I think let me try to pour some alcohol here for cleanups. Yeah. There's a saying here in Kenya, we say early is best. It goes like mapema ndio best, and so I don't know what I think everything, when everything is done early, I think it's good. I think about it. What if you're able to pay your rent early? What if you are able to buy that land early? What if you're able to complete school early? I think early is better than late. Although they also come again and justify better late than never. Yeah, still fine. So it's doing some cleanups here and there. We see whether you can salvage this motherboard. Not so looks like the motherboard was not being taken to servicing regularly. The laptop was not being serviced regularly. As you can see, the motherboard is very dirty. Yeah, we had this video before. You let your chip get covered by dust or dirt, your motherboard will overheat. And on those humid weathers, you might have your machine not working because the dust will grasp some moisture, and then the current will pass through those components, and then the short will appear, and a component will get shorted, or maybe the motherboard will die. So I already can see a chip here that I don't like what is happening here. So what is this here? Looks like a corrosion. You look at this pin here. These two pin looks like they have been joined by a corrosion. Yeah, I promised you guys a video on how you can service your machine, or the process to go through when you're servicing a machine, because now we could not be having this. Look at this chip. I don't know what is under there. Yeah, some parts involve washing the motherboard. Yeah, cleaning the motherboard with some liquid so that you can have a very clean motherboard. Let me try to separate the two pins. Maybe there's a short there because of that dirt, which we are not know, which I cannot understand. Is where, yeah, I think it's as a result of maybe dust or water damage. Yeah, we have confirmed that there's water damage on this laptop. And this area here also looks like the solder joints have dried up. Yeah, it's very easy to have a dried joint on this laptop. Dry joints are not very good because they don't allow the current to flow. High resistance. When there is high resistance, the current will not flow from one end to the other. You should remember that. A lesson in your physics class, you remember? Yeah, resistance, high resistance. Also among us human beings, when somebody is very resistant, it's somebody who won't listen to anything. To resist. Yeah, to resist is to say no, or maybe to make something a little bit difficult. So I'm just trying to apply some heat on those areas so that in case we have a dry joint, maybe we can have current flowing back normally. Yeah, flux is good when it comes to trying to flowing up these places or these components here, the caps here. Yeah, it's very hot here in Kenya right now. Yeah, we just came from heavy rains sometimes back, maybe like few months ago. We were having very heavy rains. Now it's very hot, very sunny. Yeah, a very good weather for swimming for those of you who like swimming. Okay, I see another chip here that is not looking great, but let's go ahead to checking other areas. What could be going on in these other areas here? So go. You see, I don't know whether these are sorry. Let me clean here a little bit. Yeah, let me try to put the charger. Let's check under the power supply. Look there up on the top right corner. Yeah, the white light on the charging port. So let me try to short the power button and see how many amps are being drawn by this motherboard here. 0.11 amps when it's off. Let me put it on. Okay, what's going on here? You can see on the power supply there. Yeah, I think this laptop could come on. It is getting hot. Uh, uh, yeah, the fact that we are having a light on the charging port is a clear indication that we are having our 3.3 volts. Now let's try to remember on this laptop, the BIOS chip takes 1.8 voltage drop. It's not like in others where we have 3 volts drop, 3 voltage drop. So you should not go on the BIOS chip and you get 1.8 and then you start thinking, hey, what is, I'm not having enough current or enough voltage on the BIOS chip. On this laptop, the BIOS, okay, let's try to take the BIOS chip is, takes like 1.8 volts. Yeah, we have our 19 volts on this part here, the DC in connector. What about here? 19 volts, as you can see on the multimeter there. 19 volts. Yeah, those two pins are connected. You can also see under the microscope the two pins are sharing the power rail or the power tracking pad. So should we check the first MOSFET? So are we having a voltage on the first MOSFET? We should be having a voltage here. Yeah, as you can see on the multimeter, yes, we are having a voltage. The other side, a voltage. The second MOSFET, the gate, yeah, the gate is also having a voltage. And also the second MOSFET. Yeah, remember guys, the gate should be higher. The gate should be higher so that it can be, the MOSFET can be able to draw power from source to the drain or from drain to the source. Okay, yeah, we're having a 19 volts here too. What about on the current resistor here? Yeah, 19, on the other side 19. So our 19 power rail is present, that's for sure. We have confirmed that. I don't know why this pin keeps giving me sometimes a voltage, sometimes it's not giving me a voltage. What's up with that MOSFET? Should I? Yeah, now it's steady. It's a bit steady now. It's not hot. Is there anything getting hot here? So I'm also checking some other areas here, guys. Don't worry. We'll go together under the microscope. Okay, so the screen connector is here. How do you know the 19 volts? For yeah, you look on the bigger power tracking pads. Yeah, like the 2 or 3 pins connected together. As you can see in this one, we have, let's check here, you have 2 pins connected together. Did I see some 19 volts there on the meter? Yeah, we have our 19 volts on the screen connector. About these two, we're also having some pins connected together. Yeah, our 19 volts on the screen connector is present. So there's no doubt our 19 volts power rail is okay. So now our CMC chip, startup chip, some will call it KBC chip, but this is an ENE chip. This is your startup chip on this laptop, the HP 250. Yeah, and you can see we have our 3 volts. Yeah, the signs are good. This machine is giving us the main power rails that should be present, whether the machine is on or working. As you check my power supply, the machine is not on. The machine is off, but you see, we are still grabbing these voltages. We are able to get these voltages. The 19, the 3 volts. Now we are just about to check the 5 volts. 5 volts power rail, but yeah, you see, 3.3 volts power rail on the startup chip. Okay. So now should we check that is the RAM slots. So that's our BIOS chip. Yeah, you check on Windbond chip or BIOS chips, and we got nothing. We ain't having anything here. Is that what they say there in the US? The language is a bit distorted there. I don't know. Somebody will say we ain't got shit. We ain't got shit here. Here in Africa, you talk like that, people think you are mad. Shit. What is shit? Shit is something that is not very good. So are you having anything on this coil? And nowadays, they are adding bro there. A bro in every sentence. What's up, bro? We ain't got shit here, bro. What's wrong with you, bro? Yeah, now trying to check for resistance, guys. Oh, look at this chip here. What's wrong? This chip is not looking very nice. Mhm. Yeah, the Western culture. Mm, Too much F words. In every sentence, you'll hear somebody putting like 3 F words there comfortably. Sometimes talking to their loved ones, the mother, the father. And also, the father is using the F words too. The mother, the same thing. Looks like we also been having some pests here, looking like waste, cockroach waste. Or what are those now? Yeah, somebody is about to ask you what's wrong, what's up. They will ask what the flowers. You know that F word? What the flower? And that always confuses us here in Africa. You don't understand how you can talk to your elder like that. Here, that is a remedy for disaster. Anybody in Africa who goes home and and asks their mother, "What the flower? What the flower?" I don't want to mention that word. Hmm? What the flower, mom? What the flower, dad? You'll get whipped. Actually, they might disown you. And so it's okay. Anyway, it's their thing. We have our things here. It is perfect. And so I'm trying to reflow this solder here. Looks like we could be having some dry joints here. The motherboard looks like it was stalled. After liquid damage, it was placed somewhere, and so I don't like the joints. The joints doesn't look very nice to me. And guys, if you happen to have any dry joint here that is necessary to pass a very important voltage from one component to the other, this motherboard is not gonna come on. So I'm trying to look for the obvious under the physical inspection. We also continue to do the physical inspection as we check. Yes, I have our 19 volts here. We had checked before. But you see, I was getting 19 volts. Sometimes I was not getting, but now it looks like it's steady. It's now steady. It's not like before. Okay. Yeah, I've also found that in the West, it's very easy for people to walk naked there. I mean naked. People from West could not understand what I'm saying when I say naked, because what these people wear there, 19 volts. That's too much for you to check there. What people wear there here that is completely naked. You are completely naked. Mm. And people will actually stare at you and they will be like, hey, you have never seen something like this. What's up with you? Yeah, I've never been there, guys. Just to say that I've been there, or sorry, although I know. Sorry, once more. Yeah, we are seeing this on the internet here. Something like bikini, it's something to wear when you're either whether you when you're swimming or when you're in the house with your boyfriend. But I've seen something worse than bikini on the streets of, of Los Angeles, streets of oh my. Okay, we're also not having anything on the BIOS chip. So this is not good, guys. Are we having a shorted PCH or what? Oh, I'm having 1.8 volts. Check there. It's kinda, yeah, you see? But this looks like it's only happening when the machine is on or what? Because when the machine is off, you're not going to get the 1.8 volts. Let me see again. Nothing, nothing. Yeah, guys, I'm used to getting 8 volts on pin number 8, whether the machine is on or off. So I don't understand why this time on this motherboard, I'm not getting anything when the machine is off. I should be getting 3 volts here. 1.8 volts, sorry. This motherboard on the BIOS chip, you get 1.8 voltage drop. So what do you think, guys? Down in the comment section, what's happening? Maybe there's something special with this motherboard that I've not discovered yet. Yeah, we learn new things every day. this job. And now I don't like that sometimes you have a voltage, sometimes you don't have a voltage, and the whole motherboard start becoming confusing. And it's not shorted. Okay, there's a beep here. There's a beep here. Let me see here. Also on the other side, there's a beep. But what value are we getting from either side? Okay, I would tend to assume that's the ground. What about the other side? Yeah, that's too low resistance there. Let me check this. That's not very bad. 39. So now I don't know. I don't know what I'm supposed to do here. Yeah, I found a voltage on the BIOS chip, and the laptop is on the 1.8 volts. We have the 19 volts. And I'm wondering what is making this laptop not work. What to go on. Yeah, it's very confusing when you're having voltage. Sometimes you're having the voltage also on those first and the second MOSFET. You remember, I was having a voltage, and then sometimes I'm not having the voltage. So let me try to flash out this BIOS chip and see whether this is going to solve anything. I'm just trying to see whether maybe we have a corrupted ME region on this BIOS. Yes, so we need to soften the BIOS first. Seems that it looks like the BIOS has never been desoldered before. So using a soft solder so that you may not end up applying much heat on this motherboard. So you try to loosen the pin from the motherboard using a hot iron, and some solder. And so let me add some more flux here. So now let me grab the chip using some hot air. So guys, I'll program the chip, the ME region, and come back to solder back the chip and see whether this is going to change. Yeah, our BIOS chip is out. So let me try to mend this pad here, the pin pad, because we took out the old solder so that we can have the new one, so that we can be 100% that the BIOS chip is having a contact with the motherboard. Yeah, that is very important, because if you're not having a proper contact from the 8 pins, your laptop is not going to work, and you'll keep thinking that maybe there are some other issues. So let's do this the perfect way so that you can be sure. As we wait for the chip to program, let's be cleaning this area here and applying new fresh solder. Yeah, to make the work easier, or to be sure that we have done a clean job. Yeah, my neighbor is coughing. I think she's having a common cold. Yeah, let's clean here. Yeah, the BIOS chip is programming. Yeah, let's apply some flux so that we come in with the fresh solder, the new fresh solder. Okay, let me grab the hot iron and we get okay. Let me go. Have to grab some more solder here. Yeah, try to get a tip that is holding some solder on it, because that is going to make your work easier. Some more solder like that one. Now you just have to touch those parts with the solder, and as you can see, it's very effective. And now there's a new, we have installed a new fresh solder. Now our BIOS chip will come and settle there very comfortably with a new solder. Yeah, so do a little bit more of cleanup here. Uh, so yeah, guys, I think if we are not going to have a success with this now, with this BIOS chip programming, I think I may have to stop the video at that, because I don't think there's something else I can do on that motherboard. You cannot waste a lot of time on one motherboard, yet you are having other jobs to attend to. Yeah, sometimes you deem the repair a no fix for you to move on to other jobs. And remember, guys, it's not a must to salvage all motherboards. Some will not come on. Okay, let me come also with some flux again here. Try to solder back this chip here. Okay. Some hot air. Oh man, my neighbor here is making some. Okay, I think so do you think now we will have a good laptop here? So I'll just try to put it on and see. Let's cool the chip. You see, when you're cleaning the area with alcohol, the chip will also cool down because as the alcohol is evaporating very quickly, there's some cooling effect on the motherboard. I don't know whether you have seen that thing with the spirit. You pour spirit on your hand and then you blow it, put some wind through your mouth and see the cooling effect. It's the same here with the motherboard and this alcohol. So let's put it on and see. Check on the power supply. If we're still having the same readings, guys, you know that this is not a successful case. And I'll have to leave the motherboard alone and go to working on two other jobs. Maybe we'll check the motherboard later when we have time. But you cannot spend the whole day on one motherboard. It's not viable. Yeah, so the charger. The white light is okay. So let me short the power button, see, check on my power supply. Let's see what are the readings. If we're still having the same readings, guys. 2 point a bit higher than before, but also goes back to where it was. Yeah, it's the same guy. It's the same thing, guys. So I'll dim this Xanofix and go on to working on some other things, guys. I hope you have learned something from this. Yeah. So that's it, guys. Like, share, subscribe. That's it for today. Let me work on other stuff here.